Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, and welcome to another video down trading. My name is Daniel, and today, guys, to do an update on one of my conviction stocks, one of my favorite stocks of all time, and that's Nokia. I have done loads of videos on Nokia. It is one of my favorite stocks. Did last one of them was quite a few weeks ago. While that video, I was looking at a bullish, near-term bullish. To the upside, looking very bullish indeed. Things have changed since. There's a lot of things that have changed. Most recently, the fact that Russia has invaded Ukraine, and this has hit Nokia quite hard actually recently. We're down around about 26% year to date, so in the last 3 months, and there's a lot of reasons for that. We're going to go through the points which we think that is the reason for why that's happening, and we'll look at price action to see where is a good time to be getting in that. So we'll look at a little bit of a technical analysis at the end of the video. First of all, let's have a look. This is actually Peter Lundmark, the CEO of Nokia, that's come out and announced that what you've seen on the screen here is, "I'm in shock and devastated by the terrible scenes we're witnessing in Ukraine as the Russian invasion continues." Okay, he's gone on to say, which is quite important. Nokia stands for human rights, international cooperation, and the rule of law. The safety of employees in the Ukraine remains our top priority. We are supporting them with logistical and financial assistance, and a crisis team is in close contact with our people to offer any additional help we can provide. Okay, so on top of that, Nokia will be donating 1 million euros to UNICEF. Okay, to help support its humanitarian work in Ukraine. Okay, which is focused on the critical needs of children and families. Okay, so that's he's come out and said that. Okay, so it's a good point, and we're going to go in and have a look at a little bit more news to see what's happening with Nokia. So the next one here we have is this article here, and this is quite interesting because, as you may know, Nokia is a Finnish company, so they're in Finland. Now, Finland currently are not part of the NATO, part of NATO. Having said that, things look like they could be changing very soon because now I believe that they're applying to be as part of the NATO. What is the good thing? With this war, it'll probably bring Sweden and Finland closer together to actually joining the NATO. So yeah, so this is probably one of the reasons why we're seeing some price action recently regarding the articles that are on Finnish companies. If you have a look at the Finnish stock market, all the Finnish stock market has dropped on that announcement. Okay, so yeah, quite a negative result for the price action in the short term. Okay, so remember, we're holding this for the long term, and these are short term. News that we're looking at that affects not only Nokia or the Finnish market, but the whole stock market in general. We can see that they are continuously repurchasing their own shares. Okay, so they're doing that on a regular basis. And most recently, where they've bought in at $4. Sorry, this is euros, $4.40. Okay, an average of $4.40. It's probably quite good for them at a time to be repurchasing shares at the moment because they can buy them back cheaper, considering how the price has been dropping. But at least that's, I'm not saying it's good news or bad news, but at least they are continuing to do these repurchasing, which in theory should make the price of the share go up, right? Because there's less shares afloat, but that's not happening. That's not the way it's working, at least in the short term anyway. Here we go. So Becca Longmark has gone on to talk about a little bit about the corporation, how about sustainability. He's gone on and said that he's actually stopped deliveries. Nokia as a company have actually stopped deliveries to Russia to comply with sanctions, okay, imposed on the country following the invasion on Ukraine. Okay, so that was announced on Tuesday. So again, all these bits of news is affecting the market. Good news. Good news. This was just a couple of days ago. Nokia and STC have announced that the successful completion of the Middle East and Africa region's first trial of their 1 terabit high capacity channel. Okay, so that's good. Regardless of what happens, any good news that comes out at the moment is not going to do any favors to Nokia. But at least we know as a long term investor that these continuous development with foreign partners such as Africa and the Middle East are going according to how they should be, right? So this is at least good news for the long term. So Finnish companies pull out of Russia's Ukraine conflict continues to shake stock markets. Okay, so Russia said it will temporarily prevent foreign investors from selling Russian assets. Okay, so again, another little bit of news there. If we go on and have a look at this article here, let me have a look. So this is actually, I found this on StockTwits. Here we go, an article, sorry, newsread. So here we go. We have the Finnish president, NATO membership. Finland and Sweden seek entry to a 30-nation alliance. Okay, so will this put Finland in danger? Well, that's yet to see. The more support there is from NATO, the more countries that are joining NATO probably will put Vladimir Putin in a more of a bad-tempered mood, right? He didn't want Ukraine to join, which is part of the reason why. What's happening, what we're seeing. So yeah, so this will be interesting how to see how the market will react to this in the near future, before things get any uglier than what they already are. Let's have a look at price action. We've talked about price in the past. We did in the last video, we talked about this channel we're going through, and I looked at this point back. This was right back in, here we go, back in a few weeks ago, so 22nd of February, which we were looking at a bounce off, and then I moved to the upside based on the good results that Nokia come out with, the repurchasing of buyback shares and the dividends, right? So we looked at this, we saw continuously improvement on revenue, the company's in profit, and we were expecting that this was going to bounce off and go back to the upside, but unfortunately we're seeing it hit quite hardly recently. So we've had a big drop in the last few weeks, so we're actually down around about $4.80. So the close on Friday yesterday was $4.80. So a big price hit. Where is the next levels? The next levels we're probably going to be looking at could be round about $4.70, depending on how things pan out. But $4.70. So personally, from my point of view, I'm looking at this as a great buying opportunity. Personally, for the long term, I know it's hard to be buying when it just keeps on dipping, but I think at these levels at the moment, we're still at a very good price for the long term. If we have a look at RSI, where the RSI we're oversold here. Okay, so we should start to see hopefully a move to the upside. Now, when I'm looking at RSIs, I always wait for it to go through, connect through on the RSI 32 times. So it breaks here, and you can see here, and it breaks through on the second break. And when we see that, that normally works according to plan. So we've got an oversold, and it moved to the upside. And then again back here, we had the same thing. It moved up, moved to the upside, and then now we're looking at the second point that's actually broken through here. So I would expect hopefully in the next few days, few weeks, we could see an improvement to the upside and more buying of these shares. But again, it very much depends on how this war is going to pan out. If we look at the averages, look at the EMAs of 20, 50, 100 and 200, we're way below those averages at the moment. So again, that's another bullish sign, another good point to be buying. Where's the buying point? If I was to be buying more, I'd probably be looking at the rand. It's really 9 cents more to where it is, less to where it is at the moment. So around about $4.70 would be for me a great buying point to be getting in at. Will we get down to these levels here, $4.23? I would like to say that we wouldn't, but who knows? We really do not know. But I can't imagine it going down any further. I think everything's been priced in, unless anything on the war gets really, really bad. If it really gets worse than what it already is, then we could see a further drop. But at these levels, at $4.70, from my point of view, is a great point to be buying in more shares, and I'll be keeping an eye on that in the very near, the next few weeks. So guys, that's a little bit of Nokia. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you've liked this channel, like this video, give a big thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because that really helps my channel grow. Guys, thank you for watching. Take care and speak to you soon. Bye bye now.